Hi everybody, we're out today in the heat and the humidity, cutting corn maze. It's exciting. We're actually getting pretty close to the end here. We're finishing up really. We had kind of a crazy morning between kids and sleepovers, and I got ones playing golf today and all kinds of stuff. I kind of got out a little bit later to get to watch them cut. My mom's on the lawnmower. My husband Matt was mowing earlier, but he had to run in and fix a computer problem for his job, and so he left the mowing to Grandma, and she said, you can measure and you can mark off on the maze where we're going. She thought she'd give the lawn mowing a whirl today. And then Travis, who is my brother-in-law, is the one out with the tape measure. So this is how we do it. We draw it out on graph paper. We use a really long tape measure, and we measure every single path, and we cut it. We cut it with the mower. It's gotten a lot easier. We got ourselves a little Toro zero-turn mower a year back, and it has been a lifesaver. Nice being able to have the zero turn, a lot less backing up to have to do. And we're excited to have that. It makes our jobs a whole heck of a lot easier when we're mowing the maze. So this is how we do it. It is done by hand. Other than the mower, of course. My mom actually sat yesterday and mapped it out on graph paper, and today we're putting it in the cornfield. So it's neat to see it happen. This is how we've been doing it for 19 years. Of course, we've come a long way. Dad used to cut it by hand for real. He had a scythe, and he would actually come out and cut it by hand the first couple seasons, and then we moved on to a Craftsman lawnmower that we had for years, and we used that. And then when it finally just couldn't do it anymore, we upgraded ourselves to another Craftsman that we had been mowing the acres and acres of yard with. Yay, we're done for years. And then we finally upgraded to this Toro. We're actually not done. We're going down to actually cut the haunted part of the maze now. I'm on the golf cart this morning, so we'll go down here and cut the haunted part here in just a few minutes. Everybody's gonna take a break out of the sun. Then we'll cut the haunted, and we will call the maze cut for the year. But boy, that's not how it ends, though. We spend hours each week going out and mowing and remowing paths, cultivating, making sure the paths are as clear and as smooth as possible. It's hard to see those paths right now, but right there is where they just came out. So that is actually the exit path this year, and it's exciting. It goes way faster than you think. Now that we're able to have that other lawnmower, it cuts our time down. We used to take us a couple days actually to cut the maze, and now we're down to just a few hours. And on hot days like this, and it always seems to be a hot day when we cut corn maze, that's how July is. But it has made it amazingly fast for us, especially because we have the maze all drawn out in advance, the size of the field and how many rows there are. And my mom counts out and writes on each path how many feet we have to go, and it only takes 3 of us to get things done out there in the field. Sometimes only 2 if we're shorthanded because someone's got other things to do. We do all have day jobs. We do other things other than this, other than the farm. So it's nice to have when we have at least 3 people out there. It goes really fast. But excited. The maze is cut for the year. Maze 2021 is coming. We're so excited. We have lots of things in the works for this year. We actually had some trees, pine trees dropped yesterday. Unfortunately, we have some pine trees that had sustained some damage from some of our earlier storms here this summer. There's the haunted house part, and there's the bus. But we had trees dropped yesterday They had sustained quite a bit of damage, and unfortunately they are part of the ongoing needle disease that these pines have been getting. Blue spruce are hit the worst, and if you see this blue spruce right here, this one is in really bad shape. They did not drop that one. That one's small enough we can drop it ourselves. Dropping trees is expensive, but we want to thank Diller's Tree Service for coming out and doing that for us. We really appreciated them. They did a fantastic job. They dropped them really fast, but now we have a huge cleanup process. Again, this was not storm damage. This is, this was actually dropped on purpose because they were diseased and falling apart. Every time we had any type of wind or any type of big gusting winds, 30, 40 miles an hour, which we have had a lot of this year, we'd have limbs come down. And we have a house right behind us here, which is where my sister and brother-in-law live. And we just couldn't have that coming down on their houses. And then it causes issues at corn maze time, limbs and things, possibility. There's also things that happen when, we've got bounce houses and things out here. The needles, fall off the trees like crazy because of this needle disease. So we decided it was time for them to come down and make way for a new addition that we are so excited about. Where these trees lay now will be a brand new addition to the corn maze. We're really excited. We have, and I haven't told, I have, but we haven't said much about it. We have a miniature putt-putt golf course going in. We're super excited. We kind of acquired it through a place, a campground, who unfortunately was going out of business due to COVID, and they were selling off some of their things, and they had a miniature putt-putt golf course, kind of portable. And so we purchased that, and we have decided that we are making the next big step to put in something awesome for everybody to get to do this fall. We're putting in a putt-putt golf course. So we're really excited. It's going to go right here where the trees are laying. So we have a big job ahead of us, but we're super excited about that. We don't mind the jobs. The big jobs are okay. We all get together. There are 20 of us that live here on the farm. That's, grandma on down to the smallest of kids, which is, this is the smallest one. Are you picking your nose? Hey. This is Adam, and then this is Lillian. And so those are a couple of the smallest ones, but we have 20 people on the farm. We all live here. We all reside on the farm, and between all of us, even the littlest ones, these big jobs get done, and we're so excited that yes, we have a big job ahead of us, and these trees are going to be a lot of work, but we know that we're going to get an awesome thing out of it in the end, which is giving you guys more things to do at the corn maze and having more fun and spending more time with your family and being able to enjoy the time out here in the fall. So we're excited that this space will become the new putt-putt golf course. It's going to be 18 holes, so we're super excited about that. It's going to be farm themed, of course, so some cool antique farm things will go in here, some cool antique farm machinery, hand plows and cultivators, things like that. It'll be fun. We hope that everybody enjoys the farm themed portion of it. But I just want to let everybody know that we are cutting maize today. Well, we are done with the big maze, the family maze, and now we're going to start the haunted maze. So it's exciting, very exciting as we move on, and it's middle of summer and maze doesn't start till mid-September, but this is what we have to do to get things done. We work all spring and summer and into fall to get things taken care of. And this is over here on this side would be where the haunted maze is, if you guys have ever gone through a haunted maze. This corner over here is haunted, and then this is, of course, the haunted house. Old satellite dish doubles as a UFO sometimes during the corn maze haunted maze season. So I always say it's the meeting of the minds when they're out there all together talking. It's the meeting of the minds, but they do a great job, and I get baby duty today. I'm not out in the corn maze. Sometimes I help cut maize too, but I'm on little kid duty today. So I'm hoping that those of you guys that are on watching right now, will see us in the fall. I know a lot of people that come on and watch are people that come in and we see every fall, and we're so happy to see all of you when you guys show up in the fall. We like to share our family and our farm with all of you. Another exciting addition this week is we get a new calf this week on Thursday evening. We'll be picking up Mr. Lightning. He's going to be a Holstein. He's a little bull calf. We're getting those from the Sycophus family. We're so happy. They are the ones that also gave us Biscuit. So we're excited to be going and getting Mr. Lightning on Thursday afternoon. When it's a little cooler, and hopefully it's not so stressful for him to travel over here. Not that it's super far, but the heat, is not always good on the babies. So excited that we get to have a new addition to the farm again. And Grandma's out there. I don't know, she could be freestyling it. We're not real sure. She's just going. So, but now we're cutting the haunted maize. So the big maize is cut. Maize 2020 is here. That is exciting that things are getting done. It makes it a lot easier for us to, sit down at night and go, oh my gosh, okay, things are getting done, and we're not worrying about all the things that haven't gotten done yet, because things are getting done. So there with the staff shirt, that's my husband Matt. This is my mom Cindy, and then this is my brother-in-law Travis. He's married to my younger sister Hazel. So excited. We're working. Working is awesome, even when it's hot and it's gross out. We have to go out and we have to do things. So there's a lot of things that are going on. We'll continue to make videos. I know it's been a little while since I posted. I think the last thing I posted is we were maybe working the field down and planting corn maze. So you can see the corn, and it's been crazy. The weather's been so crazy. If you guys are around from the area, of course you guys know we've gotten somewhere between 4 and even 6 inches of rain in some areas here in Noble County. And you can see some of our corn looks a little yellow, and some looks really, really green, and it depends on how much water it got. We are happy with the field. Really, it's doing great for the kind of the crazy summer we've had. You'll see a few corn plants that are up higher than others. We call that volunteer corn. That was corn from last year that came up on its own. So there's some of that out there. We don't get rid of it because it's not necessary. It's not like we planted beans and we want to get rid of the corn and the beans. It's okay for this because we plant corn on corn every year. We have to really make sure back into our field every year. So we had dry fertilizer. We spread that ourselves. Helena helps us with that. So we spread dry fertilizer. We just get back in, we plant. And then Helena came out and helped us. They came out and did weed spray on our field. That helps keep the weeds down for, of course, the maize season and the paths clean. And then we'll be getting some nitrogen before too long. So they'll come in and they will drive in here with one of those big machines you guys have seen go down the road. And they drive right through the corn maze and they'll put nitrogen on. They'll help the corn also because of the putting corn on corn, every year. We deplete the soil of certain nutrients. Corn loves to suck the nitrogen out of, yes, sweetie, out of the soil. So we are putting more nitrogen back in the soil. We continue to, there goes Grandma. We continue to put things back into our soil so we can continue to use this field. I know a lot of people ask, well, why do you use the same field? Well, it works best for us to be able to use this as our corn maze field every year. We actually were in a different field a long time ago, and it didn't work out. The field did not do well for our corn maze. The corn did not grow very well. We were pretty disappointed actually in it. So we decided to come back to our field and we just remember to make sure we fertilize and put the things we need back into our field. If anybody's looking for some IBC totes, we have 6 of them and I want rid of them. So if you need some for something, we were going to use them for a project, didn't work out for what we wanted, so I need to get rid of them. So if you know somebody who needs totes, let me know. You can message us on the maze page and we'll make a deal because I want them gone. So I want to tell everybody thanks for watching. Faith, hi Faith, it's been a long time. Diane, Courtney, Kim, Jamie, Becky, thanks for coming on and watching. I know there was a lot more people up top a little farther. If you guys have questions about when May season starts, it's September 17th. That's a Friday night, and we're going to run through October 31st. This year it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday again. But yeah, we're excited. May's 2021 is cut. It's been actually a pretty quick cut this year. We're happy with that because it is so hot. I'll show you underneath the pavilion here. We've got a lot of pea gravel sitting in here. We're actually getting ready to pour concrete under our pavilion this year. They should be out to pour concrete hopefully next week. With all the rain last week, things got kind of crazy, so things kind of got pushed back. So they'll be coming to put concrete in underneath the pavilion soon. So other big ideas with concrete going in underneath the pavilion helps us be able to help you guys more and make a better experience for you. And then hopefully we'll be able to turn around and do some other events out here, because concrete definitely helps make things cleaner. Well, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys all go. Thanks again for watching. If you guys have any questions, you guys can always message us here on Facebook. We get back pretty quick. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.